can't remember one ever. Yeah. No, I can't. I was trying to work out what I was going to say at half time. Yeah, it's just one of those games, where we made errors, couldn't defend them, then compounded them, just found new ways to make them, and and came home and won the second half. And so it's just we just haven't got any rhythm in the way we're playing, and still early for 4 weeks in, but we just until we find some, then I give you a better understanding of what's happening.
2 weeks in a row, the slow start, you are winning the second half, but can you pinpoint what is happening in these first halves?
No, not really, but that's a good way to lose a game, if you start badly. So, I don't know. I mean, I have to take responsibility for, how we're playing it to this point. Spirit's still there, which is good, but it just, like I said, it's a bit hard. We just haven't got any rhythm in our games yet, for whatever reason. But we're going to need to find it pretty soon. But once we get that, then we'll, as I said, have a better idea of how we're going. So.
You did find some rhythm in the second half, and with Smith and a few other guys that got you going. You get within 18, I think, 16, and then Moses crashes the road. That would have made it 10-point game, I think, with 18 minutes to go with all the momentum. What did you make of that decision?
Yeah, well, I mean, I honestly thought it was a try, and it would have been handy, very handy. But maybe that was just the night, hey. So,
Did you feel like there was momentum building in some ways too? It wasn't just that you get the try, that probably saw the momentum in a chance of winning the cover.
you guys, what did you guys think? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just, I don't know. Like, at the end of the day, like we cost ourselves, too many points in the first half, and then things need to go your way, to get that. You've just got to get those calls and get those things right in the second half. That definitely killed our momentum a bit. But at the end of the day, like we're responsible. I'm responsible for the performance. The first half was just comical at some points. So, but we're on a roll. We won the second half 18-0. So hopefully we can take that into next week.
Isaiah, you were out there. Did you feel that the brakes were pumped on the comeback back when Moses was ruled no try?
It probably didn't help, but we put ourselves in that position anyways. We obviously shot ourselves in the foot for that whole first half, and sometimes when you put yourself in those positions, you just don't get the rub of the green because you haven't earned it. So would have been nice to obviously get it, and we sort of had a bit of wind in ourselves at that point, but the damage was done, I think. So that was the disappointing part.
Can you put your finger on the start, first half, the error rate? I think you only get 28% of possession.
Yeah, it certainly felt like that. No, just different ways. Like they're not scoring all tries down one edge. Like it's all over the field. It's errors in different ways, penalties at the wrong times when you're just trying to, and then that sort of puts pressure on your attack, and all of a sudden you start going sideways or start trying to score on every play, and all of a sudden that starts compounding as well. So many different ways at the moment. It's probably just hurting our confidence a little bit more than what it should be, and we're just probably not resilient enough on the back of it as well. You can make cheap errors and that sort of stuff, but if you're resilient on your line, you turn them away, you can actually sort of grow in confidence. Whereas for the last few weeks that they've scored early, so then they grow in confidence, we drop a little bit. So probably happened again tonight. So that was disappointing, but I liked it the way we were able to get a little bit of ascendancy in that second half, which is we're never out of the fight, but we just need to be in it for longer at the start of the game.
Without some obviously experienced players in key positions, is it sort of scoreboard pressure?
I'll answer that. It's got nothing to do with the players out. Like that's. I don't think that's.
Is it the younger guys maybe trying too hard?
Maybe, but I don't. Yeah, I don't think so. I feel like we've had 4 completely different games, so it's really hard to get a handle on what's going on. And that's like, in the past, that's been our strength. We've had, we play consistent football kind of week in, week out. Admittedly, at the start of each year, you're not always at your best, and this is just one of those, this is one of those years at this point. We definitely haven't found anywhere near our best footy, but we've had, we've shown glimpses of it from, so yeah, that gives, I'm very optimistic in that sense. I mean, it's disappointing tonight because that was just like the first half was just a killer. Like it was just, but we did it, like it wasn't, like we, South were always going to play a certain style, and we played our part magnificently, for them tonight. Yeah.
I know you said it's to do with players out, but in some ways, is this, I guess, what happens when you have had the playground you've had over the years, and not just players taking your top end, but also from your New South Wales Cup and whatnot, that this stuff when you're at B and just like scraping through games when you're not at your best, maybe.
Yeah, when I get it, I get the narratives, I get that where you're going with this, and I mean, I'm sure no one's like crying for us, but we just you haven't seen the real us yet. So once we do, then we can start making judgments and stuff like that.
You lost 3 guys to finish the game tonight. Have you got any update on Scott Thompson, Trent Tolo, and Brian Toll?
Well, yeah, Soz looks all right, but that was a Cat 1, so he won't be playing. But he seems okay, which is good. Yeah, Trent's that's a strange one, so I'm not sure there. And yeah, I don't really know about Biz. So yeah, it's just a great night of footy, really.
Do you expect Dylan to be back next week? Do you know who's?
Not sure. Yeah, not sure. Yeah, we're getting that back. That's probably handy. Yeah, but yeah, it's I said it is honestly. It's not about who's in, who's out. We've got to, and I've got to produce better performances than that. And that's what we're working at.